We're live on a Friday. It is late March. Well, not late March. It's not even the middle of March. It's March something. What is it? March 8, 9. It's the 7th, I think. Tomorrow's the 8th. It's March 7th. And look, I'm back. My voice is all fucked up. Excuse me, but I'm not one, and I mean this sincerely, to talk about my ails, my toenails, my head, my back, my nostrils, my mucus. But many of you all over the world, including the Pope, including Rabbi Gravis, include Mrs. Edelstein, Damon Bruce, all you folks, the presidents, prime ministers, Prime Minister Gabayama Lakamama from the Congo, Netanyahu, they all want to know where's Lieberman? Where's Rich Lieberman? So I'm going to tell you a little story. I thought I was better a couple of weeks ago. And I came back on here to kvetch about the fact that I was through this crappy mucus, phlegm, all that shit in your head, your nose, your mouth. Boy, did I make a mistake. So, folks, really, from about the beginning of February, right around the time of my birthday, and by the way, thanks for all the gifts, February 7th, I have felt like shit. The breathing, the nostril, the chest, the back, the kvetching was all worth it because, and I didn't go on saying anything other than the fact that I felt, and I still feel like crap. So I go to the doctor, and these are good doctors. What are they going to tell you? And everybody wants to know, oh, what do I take? Drink the tea, drink this tea, take airborne. First of all, folks, layman here. When you go to that resort, when you're taking all this shit, which is what it is, and look, some of it helps, some of it doesn't. My point was going to be is when you're in that mode, you're already sick. It's not going to help you. I like these fucking morons who go on airplanes and they got a little, coughing. So they take about 12 pounds of that airborne and they drink the tea and they put 16 vitamins in their mouth. Oh, I'm safe now. No, you're not. You're already sick. You're sick. You're sick. You're just basically fooling yourself. All right, cut to the chase. So it doesn't do you any good. You basically are playing Russian roulette. You get a good shot here, you get a good shot there. And I don't give a shit if you exercise, if all you eat is fish and drink green tea and do this and do that. Look, if you catch a germ from somebody else, it's going to mutate, it's going to go in you, you're going to get sick. Okay? I thought I had COVID. I thought, God forbid, I might have had pneumonia. I know some of you in the background. We wish you did too. So, and naturally, I'm hearing all these stories about the Pope. And, Pope has pneumonia. Pope can't breathe. I could not breathe. I'm going like this. I'm going like that. I'm shaking in my ass. My head's gone. My hair is always gone anyway, which is undesigned by purpose. But so I finally go to the doctor, right? Or as my sister would say, you got to go see a doctor. Right away. I think I'll call the finest doctor from Beverly Hills. I know he or she'll fly right up. Anyway, so I go to a doctor. They take my blood pressure, which was good. Then they take the little thing where you stick your, this could be sexual, but it isn't. You put your index finger into that little thing. Mine was like 200. And he goes, that's not good. And I'm shaking like a leaf as it is. So I'm thinking my heart, I'm having heart palpitations. It goes down to about 82, which is more normal. So he gets me these kind of like tranquilizers, basically, because I'm a hypochondriac as it is again. And so he says, you got to go to the emergency. You got to get yourself to emergency. I want something that, like a sedative. I'm all fakakted and nutty and goofy, and I can't breathe. My my head's fucked up. My eyes are fucked up. I look like shit. And I know, again, some of you are like, oh, you always look like shit. Fuck you. Anyway, so I feel like shit. I want to get in the car. I go down to the emergency, which, by the way, Highland Hospital, Alameda County Hospital in Oakland. Oh, my God. God forbid you're in an accident. You suffer some kind of a trauma. You're in whatever. Health purgatory. Or is it purge? It's purgatory. God bless. God bless the Highland people, the doctors, the technicians, the nurses, the trauma people, everybody that they just do their jobs under the most sometimes unbelievable of circumstances. And even if you feel like shit, they remedy the situation. These people are awesome. They're fantastic. And don't say, oh, I don't want to go there. I want to go to the more exclusive, wherever. Eventually, if you're in trauma and they fix you up and they save your lives, God will. I wasn't in a situation like this. I was suffering from this god-awful virus or crap that's going around. I'll get to that in a second. If, God forbid, you're in some kind of accident, you want to go to Highland. It's the number one trauma center. It's like a MASH unit, a real MASH. And I was there like 6 hours, and these people are unbelievable. They are warriors in the truest sense. They are brave. They do things that are unbelievable. And all these tests, I got my heart looked at, my chest x-ray, and my lungs, my blood, my everything, COVID. Thank God, other than the fact that I feel like shit, I got good results. But my point is, folks, this thing has been ongoing for about a month, over a month now. And all they keep telling me, these doctors, there's so much shit out there and crap. It's not just COVID. That I heard today about tuberculosis. And I don't have tuberculosis, but all these viruses and stuff laying out there. I'm not going to preach to you. I'm not in a position of preaching, but take care of yourself. I mean, and especially if you're out and about with the public and you're touching things and if you're a woman or a man and you got interaction, although in my case, women would never touch me anyway. But take care of yourself and the vitamins, fine. And eating, this and the drinking of the tea and black tea and gray tea and all that. Sometimes it's Russian roulette. It's an either or. You're playing with just father circumstance, reality. But I have never felt this chronic, and it goes to your voice too, which is why I'm trying to conserve my voice. And by the way, which is one of the reasons why I didn't do any reporting, because I felt like crap, as I've said a million times now. But also, you don't want to look at me. You don't want to look at me when I'm healthy, but you don't want to look at me or you don't want to hear me when I've got this voice. Although now it's presentable, at least I'm somewhat cognate, or is it cognate? Okay, sounds good enough. But it sucks, and you're just, and you can't breathe. And when you go to the bathroom, it feels like shit. No pun intended. But you feel like crap. And you don't know what the hell to do with yourself. You get up, and then as the doctor was telling me, sometimes when you're laying down, the mucus phlegm goes to your chest. It's better you sit up, but if you sit up and you're tired, anyway, I'm just giving you all this advice. It is an out and out humongous crap that's taking place out there. And I'm not angry now. I'm more, hey, this is it. It is what it is kind of a thing. I got so angry that as I was watching the speech the other night, feeling like crap, talking about the Trump speech, which was hilarious. I mean, I have to agree with oh God, it was bad. And I thought the thing in the Democrats, all that shit, that was pretty funny at first. I thought it was going to get a little worse. But I called my good friend. In fact, he happens to be here right now. I called my good friend. He's a Democratic pundit, but he speaks on behalf of all the various parties, and he talks. I mean, you've seen him. He used to be on with Tim Russert, the late, great Tim Russert. He and his wife, Mary Madeline. I asked about the speech. I asked about my own sickness. We're, of course, talking about James Carville. Remember him, the Louisiana Lightning guy, worked on the staff at the Bill Clinton administration. And this is what he had to say off the top of my head. I think he was something like this. Well, Rich, this shit is real now. You know, Republicans, look, we could beat them up and tell them all the shitty things that they do and Trump this and Trump that. But guess what? They're kicking our ass right now, and we don't know what the hell we're doing. It's like a guy playing chess and some other malcontent playing checkers, that phrase. But the Democrats got to get it up their ass right now. This is war. This is war. They're trying to destroy the Democratic Party. And the Democratic Party, God love you in a different way. You're trying to blow yourselves up. This is all bullshit. But if you don't stop this shit, they are going to kick you. And as far as Trump just going by the playbook. What else is he supposed to do? He don't give a damn anymore. He's a lame duck. He's a lame duck. And as I said, folks, this is war. You don't need to be a brave scientist from MIT to understand the consequences. The Republicans got the House, they got the Senate, and they got the White House. So why the fuck do they not do what they do? They have all regards for nothing. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Carville. I take your advice with a great degree of interest and respect. So in any event, that's been my situation the last couple of weeks. On Wednesday, I got all the go forward, and I just got to drink a lot of tea, and then I could lay in the back, get some sun, lick my neck, my back, lick my whatever. But I know a lot of you have been mourning, didn't know what I was doing. And by the way, semi-serious here, with a little wink. A few of yous got in touch with me via the text. Say, hey, how you doing, man? What's going on? Where are you? My so-called friends were nowhere to be found. So anyway, I know who my friends are. I know who are not my friends. But look, I'm a pain in the ass. I get it, And when you're a pain in the ass, but at least you acknowledge, yield ye yourself, that you're a pain in the ass. Then look, this can only happen to me too. By the way, people are walking around, touching things. Speaking of touching themselves and other things, and putting their hands, on menus, which are the birthplace of germs and all this, that, and the other. They don't get sick. They eat shit. They look like shit. They do not take care of themselves. And, they don't know how to touch. They escape any kind of sickness. They don't even get a sniffle. I am running around drinking green tea, trying to be careful. For the last month. So, thank God it's a sunny day. Thank God the weather is going to cooperate a little bit so we can all get a little bit better, those of us that are sick. And in any event, I just put out a little word. I said I was under the weather. I don't want to get into detail, which I just did. But I did want to give you an overall count those of you who have asked me, where the hell are you? And by the way, I have not looked at the comments from some of the past stories over a week ago. So don't get offended. Don't get offended if you didn't see comments. I just wiped everything out because A, I'm in no mood to edit comments or even look at comments. And B, they were from stories well over a week ago. So I'm better. I'm going to try to stay better by drinking some tea, maybe putting a couple of gallons of vodka. No, I'm not. I don't drink anymore. I haven't drank for almost a year now. So, okay, enough of that pontificating. He doesn't drink anymore. And I just wanted to fill you in. Secondly, and boy, aren't you glad you're going to stay around for this, but I need your help. I am bottomless. The engine is dry. There is no gas in the fuel tank. If you can, for Ailing Rich, please make a contribution to my PayPal so that I can have the strength, the inspiration to give you stories like I just did before this amazing sob story, because that's what I depend. Even when I'm laying in bed and coughing and mucusing and touching and I was working, not like lifting pallets working, but working, getting information and so forth. So I thank you for making a contribution to my PayPal. I will personally call you, email you, let you know that I appreciate you helping me. That's about it for now. It's Friday. Now I'm freezing. I'm totally freezing. And do you like the new haircut? Okay. Hey, I shaved too. Breaking news. I'll see you later. If not, we will definitely see you Saturday. Thanks for watching and stay cold. No, stay warm, stay clean, and stay healthy.